Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will have the first crack at it in this one. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. The Sun Devils decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Quarterback making checks. Got his man quickly. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Looking for more room. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking to pass. It's Ali. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there. As we get closer to the playoff, that becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. Coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. He wants to change this route. Sends it back in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. A touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Clemson! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Ali. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab on the left.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Sun Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It falls incomplete and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. He might want another play. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Under fire. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Sun Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Ali. Finds his back in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. Ripping through the defense. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Snap it to the back. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack...
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Wants to throw. It's Ali. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot.
Bringing it back. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Clemson jumps to the line. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Quickly complete. Turning it on. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Now it's first and 10 from the 46-yard line. To the air, it's Ali. He's got him. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And the Sun Devils have it with a first and 10. To the air on first down. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line. The Sun Devils come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And the offense had to have a drive. They had to put points on the board. 0 points until this drive. Down in this ball game. Needed to get some momentum. Gonna need a lot more in the second half if they want to win this football game.
On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's got it out. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw, it's Ali. Caught. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to bang this one through from 52 yards out and the left hash. Splits the uprights. Good. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. And the Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk. A shot toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Throws to the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Looking for room. It's Courtney. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Lining up to convert 3rd down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Sun Devils are facing 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak for it.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The run to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. Maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Tigers will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rifles it down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out fast. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Ali. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath, like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Power football with the run. Got some room into the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tiger! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Out of the end zone. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week of practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Line gets set. 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Sun Devils, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air, it's Ali. Lofts one high and deep. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Fires into traffic, picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Snags it on the right. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases.